Good morning, beautiful soul travelers. It is Gordon Majak here, back in my favorite place. You know where that is. Out here in the garden, in nature, where it's all happening. I love it out here. Happy Sunday, everyone. I wanted to follow up on the video I posted the other day. I think it was Friday, which I called No Guru, No Method, No Teacher. And I talked a little bit in that video about my own background, different things that I've studied, teachers, teachings, etc. And here's what I wanted to sort of add to that or clarify for that. You know, I talked about in that video how my path, my particular journey has been sort of a smorgasbord. I've tried a lot of different things. Some things have stayed with me for many, many years, and other things have gone by the wayside relatively quickly after my exposure to them or after my study of them. But here's what it sort of comes down to for me personally. You may be different, although if you're watching this video in the first place and you somehow found my channel, I would suspect your experience is probably somewhat similar to mine. For me, I am not a fan of dogma. Religious/spiritual dogma does not work for me. And that's why I have never been a follower or an adherent to any one particular teaching or any one practice or even any one teacher. And I love my teachers dearly. I've had some teachers and I love my teachers dearly. But at the end of the day, the reason that, beyond the personalities, the reason that I've never really adhered to any particular one path is because of the dogma. Now, at the highest levels of reality, whether it's spiritual reality or higher spiritual reality, higher reality of thought, higher levels of emotion, certainly higher physical levels. At the higher levels, oneness and perfection and union and wholeness is I almost said it is blank. It just simply is. It exists. It is a real thing. There is union and perfection and oneness and wholeness at the higher levels. And I would submit that that's how you know when you're getting to the higher levels, whether it's through meditation or intuition or a dedicated spiritual practice, whatever study, whatever your particular path may be. I would submit that that's how you know when you're getting to the higher levels, is that everything dissolves into one. And that state is ever-present, omnipresent, eternal, immortal, all of those wonderful words. If you want to classify it that way, you can. Unfortunately, down here where we live in the 3D world, in the lower realms, and I mean lower realms, again, across the board, in the lower spiritual realms, the lower mental realms, the lower emotional realms, certainly the lower physical realms. Down here is when you get into the separation. That's where you get into separation, not only from spirit, from God, from other people, from life itself. That's when you get into the opposites and the polarity. And then things are good or bad, or they're right or wrong, or it's good or evil. When you start getting into the polarities and the separation and the opposites, that's the indicator to me, to my way of thinking. That's the prime indicator that you're in the lower realms, when everything has to be an opposite and there has to be debate and arguing. And that's where the dogma lives. There's no dogma at the higher levels. And as I mentioned in the video the other day, I think that's why the Tao Te Ching in particular. Now, again, I would not call myself a Taoist by any stretch, but I think that's why the particular teaching that's in the Tao Te Ching resonates so strongly for me, and why I said the other day that I believe it may very well be the highest and the purest teaching that we have in terms of a material teaching, something that we can grab, something that we can read, something that we can study. The Tao may very well be the highest and purest teaching that we have, because all you have to do is read the Tao and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. The one, there's only one, and that's all of us. It's you, it's me, it's God, it's nature. You get into the higher realms, it's all about one. And those realms and that state, that state of awareness, that state of consciousness, however you want to classify it, it's there, it's ever present, it's everywhere, all at the same time. All of the opposites and the polarity and the separation have been transcended at that level of reality. And that to me is part and parcel. That is the essential aspect of the awakening process, is awakening to that state of oneness and perfection and wholeness and union. That's what it's all about. So I just wanted to clarify that. I had mentioned, that Van Morrison song, and that's why I gave that video the title, No Guru, No Method, No Teacher. I would add no dogma on the end of that, for myself at least. For me, it's about that oneness and waking up to that oneness. And I don't believe it's something to achieve. I don't think it's something that you learn. I don't think it's something that you work on. We're not working on it. We're not struggling for it, even though this life does feel like a struggle so much of the time. It's not about that. It's about awakening into it. It's about shedding the dogma. It's about shedding the polarity and the separation and the opposites. It's about shedding all of that and transcending that and awakening to what already exists, which is the oneness and the unity and the perfection. That's what this journey is all about, at least for me. And that's why I have sort of gone through my life. It hasn't been a straight line. My spiritual journey has not been a straight line by any stretch. It's been a zigzagging mountain road, up and down and in and out and all around. And it probably will always be that way as I learn to transcend and awaken out of my own 3D reality dream here, right? It's like that quote, and I can't remember where this comes from. I'll have to research this to figure out where this comes from. It's like, and it may have been Lao Tzu or Confucius. I think maybe it was Confucius, now that I think about it. Am I a butterfly dreaming that I'm a man, or am I a man dreaming that I'm a butterfly? Something about that metamorphosis from human to higher states of consciousness. I always loved that. I'll have to find the exact quote, though, so I can speak a little bit more to the spirit of that and do it justice the way it is. But anyway, I'm out here on my walk this morning. I just wanted to share with you guys this beautiful nature. I love it out here in the forest. Maybe get some time down at the beach later on today. We'll see how that goes. But I wanted to wish you all a happy Sunday. Just wanted to follow up on that previous video. And I don't know how it is for you guys. Let me know in the comments. But I have never been a fan of dogma. Dogma just doesn't work for me. I like that awakening into the oneness and the union and the perfection. To me, that's what this is all about. And that's why I started this channel. That's why I look forward so much to continuing this channel and talking with you all about my experiences and sharing your experiences and uncovering those higher levels of reality together. That is what it's all about. So have a wonderful Sunday out there. I will see you all here in another day or two. We'll be back at it. But right now, I'm going to enjoy a nice, refreshing walk out here. The air is so fresh, and even the sound of that distant weed whacker or chainsaw is not ruining this beautiful vibe out here. I love you all. Have a wonderful Sunday. We will talk again soon.